In this video, I'm going to show you how to shorten a mane without pulling it or thinning it. So this particular horse has quite a thin mane, so I definitely do not want to remove any of the small amount of thickness he does have, but I would like to shorten it. There's a lot of different ways that people do to shorten a mane, and I'm going to show you a couple today. So the first one is using a pair of thinning scissors. So thinning scissors have a normal straight blade on one side, but the other blade has teeth instead of a straight blade. So I just like to start cutting into the mane like you can see that I'm doing now. If you'd like to hold the bottom hairs to help remove them, you can, like you can see I'm doing. Just work your way along, removing any of those longer hairs, slowly, steady. By having to cut into the same section of hair multiple times, this is where you get a more natural finish versus using a pair of normal scissors, and there's less finishing and tidying that's needed with this method. If you find that you still got a bit of a really straight line that you want it to look even more natural, or it's looking a little bit bowl cut, you can start to cut into the mane on a 45-degree angle, or even higher if you want to, like you've just seen that I was doing. This helps to give a more natural finish or a more pulled finish rather than it being quite so sharp. So just work your way through the mane, a little bit at a time, working through until you're happy with the end result. If you don't have a pair of thinning scissors and you'd like to use a normal pair of scissors, you can do that as well. This is a little bit harder to get the same result, but it's definitely very possible. To start with, I like to just remove the length at approximately the end result that I'd like. Once you've removed the majority of that length, then I start to cut into the base of the mane, the ends of the mane, on about a 45-degree angle. Cut through, I like to brush it out to see where I'm at. Then I cut through on a 45-degree angle the other way, and then I'll brush it out again to have a bit of a look how it's sitting, and then you just keep working your way through slowly. The closer you get to finessing the final look, I tend to make those cuts more vertical and less 45 degrees, just working my way through slowly until I'm happy with the end result. There's a lot of different ways that you can use to shorten a mane. Some people like to use an old clipping comb or shearing comb. Some people like to use a razor. Some people like to use scissors but use them as a razor, thinning scissors or normal pair of scissors. Whichever you like to use will work.